Hi, I'm Kendra, and I decided to go with Group 3, Blind Date and Lulu. Both of these movies were romantic comedies, and they shared a lot of the same concepts and ideas, but kind of portrayed them differently. Blind Date started out as these two different people moved into the same apartment building, and they had some encounters, and it turns out they're both very different. One enjoys his silence and his solitude, and the other one enjoys music and flourishes in that kind of environment. So they both had to really adjust and overcome their differences to be together. And that was the same concept in Lulu also, because they both met and they both came from very different backgrounds, very different lifestyles, and they both had to adjust to a new way of living to be together and to try to make it work. Um, there's a lot of different concepts between like self-discovery and betrayal in both these movies. Blind Date really didn't show as much betrayal as Lulu did, but there was some betrayal with Charlotte. She's not the main character, but she's kind of the main character's sister, and she is having an affair with just different men on her husband. So that is the big betrayal that I've seen there. Blind Date shows more kind of self-discovery and compromise to me than Lulu did. They both had to realize that there are more important things to life than what they thought were most important. For the main male character, he thought that his inventions and his solitary life was the way that he wanted to live his life, and that was the way that it needed to be. And she thought that music was hers, and together they found out that they could make it work even better. And he helped her create more passionate music, and she helped him to come out and not be so withdrawn. So those were some really good barriers that they had to cross, because it both took them both out of their comfort zone really far. And for Lulu, they had the major obstacle, which was Lulu, which was her son, the main character's son, and he basically sabotaged their entire relationship the whole way through. So the big self-discovery there was that Violet, had to recognize that her son was the major barrier to her happiness and her relationships. And they also had to overcome the barriers of trust, and she had to trust that Jean was telling the truth about Lulu, and that it was actually him sabotaging them and not him, like John. So that was really interesting to watch. It kept me pretty entertained. And that's just a really big betrayal also. It showed a lot more betrayal than Blind Date did, because Lulu, her son, you'd never expect that he would be the one to sabotage her relationships and to keep her from happiness. So it was just really interesting to kind of watch that unfold. But all in all, I think they both done a really good job in portraying these different concepts like self-discovery, to show that you need to kind of look within yourself to reevaluate and just reassess the situation and see which way you need to go. And Lulu definitely won out on the betrayal by far. That took a lot of self-discovery also, to just know that it's your son doing this rather than something else. But all in all, I think they both had some major obstacles to overcome, and I think both films did a good job portraying how to do it, and they were both very comedic. So I really enjoyed watching both films, and I like to see the comparison between them two. But my main thing is, once again, Blind Date was more of this self-discovery, less betrayal kind of. They learned how to live together and make the best of both their situations. Whereas Lulu just was more like a betrayal type situation, and how to cope with that and how to relive and pick up the pieces and kind of deal with that on its own. But all in all, both very good films, and I enjoyed watching them. Thank you.